Hello everyone and welcome back to a new series. Well, a new mini-series actually on Football Manager 2016. And this is going to be quite an interesting journey hopefully. But if you do enjoy this idea and you want to see more of this series as soon as possible, smash the thumbs up and maybe I'll come back with another one of these tomorrow. So anyway, the idea behind this series, we are Steam FC. They're not a real club in real life. I really do hope you know that. And if you don't, please leave the channel as soon as possible. But yeah, we're Steam FC. It's a modded database you can download off the Steam Workshop. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, it's a really cool database. We're in the Premier League. I don't quite remember who's taken out. I'm not sure if it's the original Premier League from the 15 to 16 season or the new one. But you start with no players and you have a ton of money. You have like an £800 million transfer kitty with a giant wage budget, and you'd think, oh well, then just go sign all the superstars and then win the Premier League. But it is not that easy, and it is for reasons that you do not have enough reputation to buy players like that. You can buy decent players. You can buy Premier League quality players, but the Eden Hazards of the world, well, the former Eden Hazards of the world, the Neymars, the Messis, they just wouldn't be interested. You know, like the Yaya Toures, the Sergio Agueros, they would not be interested in coming to Steam FC. So we have our first Premier League match against West Brom, but let's introduce you to the team that I have literally built by hand. And you also don't have any staff. So we don't have that many staff because I'm very bad at picking staff. But we got this German scout who looks, or assistant who looks good. We have a German scout that's really good, and I can't remember where he is. It's him. He's a decent scout. And we also have Carlos Puyol, so that's pretty interesting. I wish I could get him to tutor some center backs, but anyway, let's get into the squad and the goalkeepers I've bought. Kasper Schmeichel from Leicester City. How much did I purchase him for? It was £12 million, which isn't terrible. It's not good. It's a ripoff, but compared to Pickford, you guys are gonna think it's the bargain of the year. Jordan Pickford, he's English. You guys know we have to buy it's either 8 or 11 homegrown English players, and since we don't have a youth academy, we have to buy them all. And English players are so horribly priced. Jordan Pickford is here. I bought him for £20 million from Sunderland. That's not even the worst ripoff here. That's actually a decent price for how good of a player he's going to be in the future. So now let's check out some defenders. He's the newest signing, Kamil Glick. I signed him from Torino for £15 million, which is actually a decent price. Torino, actually, they got him on a bargain. But Kamil Glick is a very good defender. You know, 15 tackling, 16 marking, 17 heading, decent physicals with that 16 strength and 17 natural fitness, good bravery. He's going to be one of the starting center backs here, although he's not English. He is a very good pickup, and that's probably why he wasn't £1 trillion. As for right back, it's going to be two players rotating. We're not really going to have one set first team right back, but Alan Neom is one of the players I have purchased from Watford. He's got some really decent stats. He's got 15 pace, quite quick, as you would think of someone for a Neom. £15 million. It's quite an interesting fee for a player like Neom, but got to deal with it. And we also bought, this was one of our first signings, Scott Dan from Crystal Palace with some really good stats, and pretty happy about signing Scott Dan. So it was expensive though, £20 million for a center back like Scott Dan is a rip-off. Alright, and another overpriced player we got, Danny Simpson from Leicester. We bought him for a whopping £23.5 million. Probably the worst I've been ripped off in a long time on Football Manager. But I needed him. I needed an English player there. He doesn't look bad. It was either him or Joel Ward, and Crystal Palace rejected like $30 million for Joel Ward, which I don't get. So Simpson was the next best thing. I signed Andrew Robertson from Hull, a very decent looking left back. with some potential to fill for 14.5 million, and that's honestly not too bad for the player he could be. So I'm not too upset with that because he is Scottish, so it's not like he has that English inflation. An English center back we got just as a backup, Nata Manua. We signed him for 10 million. A little steep, but a decent center back nonetheless. We also signed Harry Maguire from Hull. He's only 22, so he could improve a little bit, but he's just cover. 8.5 million, not the worst price we could have paid. So, not too upset with that. And Ben Chilwell, we signed from Leicester, a really good young English player. So you're thinking it's going to be an outrageous sum of money if it's 23 million for Danny Simpson. He was only 10 million, so I was really happy with that. One of my scouts recommended him and said he'd only be 10 million, and I said you're kidding me. So I signed him up immediately. But the starting back line for today's game is probably going to be Glick, Neom, Robertson, and Dan. So let's get into the midfielders. I don't think we have a defensive midfielder. Well, we don't have a defensive midfielder in our system. Our most expensive transfer, an Englishman, Ross Barkley, for £77 million. And you're thinking, you're insane. Why would anyone spend $77 million on Ross Barkley? He's English. He's good. That's it. That's really the only reason I can give you. Another good signing, Sadio Mane from Southampton. Only 35 million, so exactly what Liverpool spent on him. But he is a good player, and he is going to start on that right wing for us. So hopefully that can work out. Another young English player, Saido Berahino. I was tired of the negotiating. I just threw 40 at them, and they said that's a deal. So 40 million pounds for Berahino. I wasn't messing around. I still have like 500 million left in the transfer budget, so I'm not too fussed. James Ward-Prowse for center mid. Once again, this was the same thing. I threw 40 million. They just said, sounds like a deal. I couldn't be bothered to sit there and negotiate and nitpick for 27, 28, whatever. Now a backup right winger, we're going to have Nikolai Müller. We signed him for 10 million pounds from Hamburg. He's a pretty decent player. Decent cover. Not expecting him to light the world on fire. Musa Sissoko has joined us from Newcastle for 18.5 million pounds. That's not too bad considering in real life he's rumored to be going for around 30, so not too upset with that. Adnan Januzaj from Man United, 26 million pounds. He's a decent young player, and he could be better, but he's probably going to be a backup left wing. Or actually, he could be first team. We'll have to find out who's playing better in the system. Pascal Gross has joined from Ingolstadt. This was a really good deal. This was 9 million pounds from Ingolstadt. They made a lot of money on him, but he's already worth 17 million. So I'm really happy with that signing. Jefferson Montero, he was the first signing for the club just because he was transfer listed. 8.75 million. I'm not going to cry about it. He's probably going to be... him and Januzaj are going to rotate on that left wing. And another player I got just because he was transfer listed as some cover, Charles Nzogbia, 1.8 million pounds. Not going to be too upset, but he can play all attacking mid positions fairly well. So hopefully that can come in handy every once in a while. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this, man. So, you're probably looking at the screen, about to die. Yes, Ronaldinho has joined us for free here. He is on 67,000 pounds per week. He is going to be insane, I hope. He's not going to be a starter. He's just going to come off the bench, be some flair. He can take free kicks too, so that should be good. And finally, the attackers, which you've already seen except one of them, Ross McCormack. He's going to be the backup striker behind Berahino, and he's a good player, honestly. He's got decent finishing. His physicals aren't too bad. Good penalties, and some pretty decent mentals. And he can play a lot of roles pretty well. He can also play cam, so I guess that could come in handy. All right. Don't know what that was about. Don't know why I did it on the tactics screen. But the team we're going to pick for today, let's get it assembled here. You know what, actually, let's get Ronaldinho on that bench right now. So, starting keeper, for the first day, we're going to keep Kasper Schmeichel in the net, despite the fact that Pickford thinks he's some kind of starter here, just because that was the only way he would sign a contract. So I said, oh yeah, sure, no worries. But he is not. They're going to be rotating probably. Andrew Robertson will be starting at left back. And let's put the fullbacks onto attack, because I think they'd both be pretty good attacking fullbacks. Ward-Prowse is playing the advanced playmaker, and Alfred and Ndiaye. I actually don't remember showing you him, so he was just transfer listed. I got him for like 2.8 million. But I think I'm actually going to play Sissoko there instead. Let's play Sissoko as a box-to-box mid-on support. Or, you know what? Tactic talk here. A deep-lying playmaker on defend. I'm a pretty big fan of that role. And then we'll play Mane at right wing, Barkley at cam, Januzaj at left wing, and Saido Berahino at striker. On the bench, Nikolai Muller, Jordan Pickford, Charles Nzogbia, Gachucho, Maguire, Chilwell, and this is a tough one. Tough. Let's get Charles Nzogbia off the bench and put Ross McCormack on. So this is extremely awkward for them, this system apparently. But against West Brom, I'm hoping we can get a result here. This is going to be a really long episode, I realized, but it's a shame. We are the favorites, actually, so that's pretty good. Can't deny it makes things easier. Don't think he's far off, and I'm confident we can get 3 points on the board here. I was thinking about signing Salomon Rondon, but with Berahino already, I thought it's not worth spending 20-some million on him. We're the favorites, and alright, Januzaj doesn't like being the favorites. Then why'd you play at Manchester United all your career? Well, most of your career, pleb. But, yeah, Barkley, Schmeichel, and Dan look happy because they're all expensive transfers, but Januzaj looks nervous. Oh, wait, let's chill this down. Let's, during highlights, we need to turn the speed down a little bit. And now we can get into the game and hopefully get a win here. Sessegnon crosses early. Johnny Evans has scored. That is pathetic defending. This is ridiculous. How has Johnny Evans scored right there? Why was that ball bouncing around like that? Schmeichel has to claim it, or someone has to head that free. First of all, there's no reason it should be back there. Sessegnon. It's an alright delivery, but what are you doing, sir? Who is that? Ward-Prowse. That's a pathetic effort. We need to get a goal on the board now. And here it is. Ward-Prowse trying to make up for his mistake. Scott Dan can't head it in, but it's out to Sadio Mane. Mane! Yes! Januzaj! The kid who didn't look thrilled about this game has leveled it with a good cross from Mane. That's decent work from him. Mane. He's got a big transfer price tag to fill, but not as big as Barkley, so I guess he has that to look forward to. Alright, there was literally not a single other highlight in that game, so I'm going to say calmly, we can still win this. Keep working hard and it will come. No one seemed to care too much. Tell the players we have some faith in them. Ross Barkley is enjoying it, so that's pretty good. So hopefully he can create something in the second half and get us 3 points against West Bromwich Albion here. Here it is, Neom on the ball. Neom plays it down line to Mane. Put in another good cross. Berahino. Oh, that's a good block. Here it is. Can we get something from this corner? Ward-Prowse. He'll cross. Moussa Sissoko. Oh, so close. Myhill, easy save. Myhill puts it out, but it's one. Barkley to Ward-Prowse. Barkley. Out wide to Mane. Mane. Good. Mane crosses Berahino. Januzaj! No! That was so close. Ward-Prowse here on another corner. Mane is just catching these corners up. Musa Sissoko out to Ward-Prowse. Yanazai. Oh, my hill with a grid save. It was in the middle of good and great. Here it is. Barkley whips it in. Robertson! Goal! Barkley with his first assist as a Steam FC player. £77 million. He better be getting some assists. But it's a decent it's actually a very good delivery. And Robertson's in a good place. Dawson's had a meh, but 2-1, and that's the perfect time to make a substitution. Ward-Prowse is going to come off for Ndiaye, and him and Musa Sissoko are going to switch positions. Oh, roles anyway, so that should do it. Sessegnon crosses. No. This is ridiculous. How is Johnny Evans scoring a brace against us? This is ridiculous. This is pathetic. I'm just using synonyms. But Sessegnon crosses. How can we not defend a corner? Evans. This is outrageous. I'm done. Here it is. Niom throws it up to Sadio Mane. Musa Sissoko plays it to no one. Great job, Sissoko. Just like in real life. Sessegnon. Into Lambert. Out wide to Sessegnon. Sandro. Ndiaye. Barkley. Ndiaye. And Berahino. Won't get anything. We were so much better. So much better. We were unlucky. I'm not even upset about that performance. Myhill had a good game. But then again, you could say we were really bad at finishing. But we're not going to say that. So, anyway, guys, if you do enjoy this, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more of the mini-series, please leave a comment down below and leave a like on the video, and I'll know if you guys want to see this. The next game you guys are going to see will probably be the Norwich game, because that's when the transfer window is over, and who knows, there might be a few more transfers coming into the club, but we do have a pretty easy run of fixtures for now. Palace shouldn't be too difficult. Watford shouldn't be too difficult, but you never know. Swansea, easy enough game. So, yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for signings, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.